Back. Today I'm doing Spinal Tap Case on freeCodeCamp, and this is part of the intermediate algorithm scripting challenges. So we basically want to convert a string to spinal case, and if you don't know, spinal case is all lowercase words joined by dashes. So this is an example of it here basically. So we've got our function spinal case, and if we put in this is spinal tap, as you can see here, we want to return all lowercase, and between each of the words is a dash here. You can see here as well, if we pass in 4 words that have underscores between them, and you can see uppercase, or I guess it's called proper case for each of the words, we want to remove that casing and just return all of the lowercase words with dashes in between, removing anything from here. So for example, a space, even if there isn't a space here, so you can see actually when it changes from lowercase to uppercase, we need to consider that as well as dashes or regular spaces. So I think the easiest way, certainly when you're sort of working with this kind of question, is to use Regex. So if you haven't heard of it already, I think it's called regular expressions is the full term for it. Lots of good resources online, and I think actually even by this point on freeCodeCamp, you'll have come across it. And for some reason my keyboard's not working, so let me just see. There we are. Cool. So I'm just going to take away the return statement, and basically we want to actually fix the string so that we remove any of these underscores. If it's got spacing, that's fine, but any of these dashes as well. So anything, and also actually where there isn't a space between the two words, as you can see here, we want to basically reset the string so that it comes in basically like this actually. Sort of all uppercase, it doesn't matter if it's all uppercase, but just the spacing between the words. So if it came in like this, we want to fix it so that there's a space here. Similarly, if it was an underscore, we want to remove that and keep the space. And as you'll see, we then basically join it based on sort of the dash here, and then we'll to lowercase it so that it's all lowercase. But yeah, I guess there's 2 regex parts to this. So we're fixing the string, and then we want to find where the space is, and then obviously sort it out effectively. So for this one and for regex, it's 2 forward slashes. We'll start that, and as you'll see, I'm just going to open up 2 lots of parentheses because we want to essentially put inside and block off the regex that will be going through, so then we can change how it looks on the output. And I think it's called grouping in Webjects. So you can do that by targeting here with now square brackets, and we'll do A to Z, so all lowercase A to Z, and then in this one we want to do capital A to capital Z. So we can also check when it changes as well in terms of the casing of the letters. And for this, if we put G at the end, that's the global flag. So it's looking through, I believe, the whole string, and not just finding the first match and returning that. And then what we want to do here is we have a string. It doesn't have to be a template letter or string, but we do use the $ to indicate this S1, or sorry, £1, or dollar, I guess I'd call it, actually a bit British, but that represents this first code block here, this regex. And then what do we want to do with then when the case changes is actually put in an underscore, and we do $2. And if I close that off, I believe that should work now. And if I just console.log fixed string, and just over here console.log, and I can see it's already, I'm missing something in the mix. I'm just trying to figure out what point. So I'm just going to bring this over. So obviously I think, let me just check my notes. So there was some syntax items. Oh, of course. So we actually want to, this is essentially doing nothing at the moment. We want to apply that to our string. So we'll do string.replace and open up some braces and put that inside. And now we can see, here's the console log for the fixed string, and we can see what we're taking in. Well, here it's not doing anything, but if I put this like so, we're adding a underscore to it. And similarly, if we have a dash, it should add, oh, actually it keeps the dash. So it's more for these instances where we're going from lowercase to uppercase. As you can see here, here's the lowercase, and then here's the uppercase. And whenever it finds that, it basically puts a dash in between the two letters. So that's what it's doing there. So in that case, we then want to just do another regex, like so. And this time we're just searching for, what would it be? It's going to be the sort of either the space or the underscore. So we can do that like so. So lowercase s for space or underscore. And if you put the plus here, that just means it's searching through all the occurrences. And obviously we'll just add the global flag as well here. And then all we need to do is actually return, and we want to do now our fixed string dot replace. And if we replace with the regex, that's going to go through. We can see here, if I go back, is it returning fixed string? There's some undefined, but yeah, because we then want to join. Oh god, I can't spell, and we want to join on that dash. Or is it actually now the underscore? Let's just see. No, it will be the dash and then dot to lowercase. And let me just see if this is working now. Fixed string dot replace dot join is not a function. So just looking through here, I think it's the regex is sort of fiddly to work with. But no, that's fine. Return fixed string dot split, of course. So sorry, we're not replacing it, we are splitting the fixed string, which if I just log this out, fixed string, we want to split it on either the spaces or the underscores that we've added in when we're changing it based on the change of casing. So the example down here I think was all the being together. If you remember, the first fixed string will go through, we'll find where it changes from lowercase to uppercase and add an underscore. And then we search for either the space or the underscore. And then at that point, we split it on that, and then we just join it back up again with the dash in between and just return everything to lowercase. So if I take that out, and I think that should be it now. So that's the regex anyway, that sort of used for this, and there we go. So that is how I certainly solved this Spinal Tap Case algorithm, I guess. Let me know if you have a better solution. I'm sure there might be just a sort of a one-liner regex to do all of that. I couldn't think of a solution, or obviously don't want to go through sort of doing loops or anything. But yeah, I think regex is quite nice in this instance, where basically, ideally, I wouldn't have to do all of this if there wasn't the use case where it does go from lowercase to uppercase. So that I had to sort of look up, but otherwise, yeah, you can split and join and then to lowercase the string that we're passing in. But yeah, that's my solution anyway. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.